We are the Gables. This is the Gable bus. We're new to YouTube. Building this bus at our friend's house. Here's Kevin. It's his house right there. He's going to be helping build it. And we're just going to turn this bus into a motorhome, essentially. And we're going to make it a home on wheels. We travel a little bit with it when we can. And it's a 1985 MCI. We paid $4,000 for it. Last week we painted the roof because it was 70 degrees here in Michigan, so we got the roof all taped off and painted, and got new lights coming for it. So hopefully those will be here in a couple of weeks. And yeah, this is we're gonna paint it. We don't know what color yet. It's red. It's kind of ugly, but we started tearing stuff apart on the inside. We have a lot of work to do, but as you can see, there's 3 big storage bays. We're going to fill up probably this one here with the water tanks. We're going to have a couple 100 gallons of fresh water in there so that we can essentially, stay off the grid for a while, a couple weeks at a time type thing. Next bay is probably just going to be some storage. We've got 3 boys, we're a family of 5. The first bay here, I'm not sure what we're going to do there. We've got to put a lot of electronics in there. We're going to do a full solar on the roof. It's going to entail of almost 3,000 watts. And we're going to have some Battleborn batteries in here, which I think we're going to probably store up here where the spare tire goes. There's plenty of space in there for, I'm going to figure about 8 batteries starting off. We'll see how that does. But there should be enough room in there for batteries and controllers and whatnot. These buses are kind of crazy. There's lots of storage in them and kind of every little compartment that you can find. Up here is where another compartment where just kind of empty spot. So we can find something to put in there, I'm sure. Behind this panel here is all the electrical of the bus, which we're going to try to actually put our other 12-volt wiring in there and whatnot, so that we kind of have everything up front here. This bus does have factory air conditioning on it. We are going to remove the air conditioning because we are actually going to install a mini split. This air conditioning unit works off the engine, which does great, but it does us no good. So we're going to gut all this out, and we're actually going to put our mini split in here. We're considering keeping the heat exchanger in here so that we can have heat inside the bus as we're going down the road. Mini split will do that as well. But so just on this side, same thing. Storage goes all the way through. Bus has got good tires on it. It's got a couple, there might be some that or a couple that we have to replace, but for the most part, everything's pretty good on it. So, yeah. Like I said, we are a family of 5. We've got 3 boys. We've got a 14-year-old, we've got a 12-year-old, and an 8-year-old tomorrow, actually. So, they're going to help build this whole thing, so they're going to be a part of it. They like the whole aspect of building things and tinkering with things, so it's going to be interesting. We've got our best friends. They're going to help us build this. I can give you a little quick tour of the inside. There are no lights and it's dark in there right now, but we can at least take a gander, see what's in there. This is a steel that I picked up here just the other day. We're going to use that to mount the solar panels on the roof, which I'll show you those here in just a few minutes. This is the bus. I've got a couple of videos out there already, not much information. Like I said, we are new to YouTube and whatnot, but there was a wall right here with a doorway, and we took that out because that does us no good. We started taking the panels off the roof. We are going to remove all the insulation and all the panels on the roof because, like I said, we're going to put our mounts up there for our solar panels. And we're actually going to have a roof deck on the back part of the bus. Undetermined in the size, probably 10 foot, 11 foot, depending on how much room the solar takes up. But yeah, we want to be able to, when we go camping or parking off grid, we want to be able to have a spot to hang out on top of the roof, and hopefully we can see a lot more. So we are going to pull the insulation down next week. I say next week, actually I'm going to be gone next week, but a couple weeks we're going to start building the solar panel mounts and the roof deck mounts. So once we get the insulation down, we'll have access to the roof, and then we'll get those built, installed, and then we'll reinstall some insulation. I'm going to do spray foam up here, just because it'll kind of seal everything up together tight, and then we're going to do some sort of a wood ceiling in here. We have not determined that yet, but we'll work that out. This bus is 42 feet long, bumper to bumper. Interior, we have from the back of the driver's seat all the way to this back wall is 38 feet. The layout of our bus is going to be, this back area is actually going to be the, I guess you can call it master bedroom. Up in front of that is going to be the bathroom on one side, shower on the other, or vice versa. We got to get that figured out, but it is going to be the bathroom area. And then the next area is going to be our bunk area for the 3 boys. We'll have 2 bunks on one side. We'll have a high bunk on the other side. Underneath that high bunk, we're going to have probably a washing machine to wash clothes if we do stay on the road for more than a couple of weeks, or more than a week probably. With these kids, they like to get dirty. So in front of the bunk area, we're going to have the kitchen. My wife is pretty insistent on a fairly decent sized kitchen. She wants kind of a C-shaped kitchen countertop so that we can have a little area on the end for the boys to have breakfast, kind of a countertop type thing. There will be a refrigerator in here on one side or the other. Again, I'm not sure yet. We got to get those plans figured out. But in front of the kitchen, closer to the driver's area, I guess you can say, is going to be a bench on one side and a dinette on the other. Again, it just needs to be big enough for our family to sit down, have breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever it might be. It'll give the kids an area to sit while we're traveling. Got to kind of figure this out. I think I want to put a booster seat up here, or I don't know, whatever they call them, bunk seat for my wife, so when we're traveling down the road, she can be kind of up here with me. She does say that she does not want to drive this bus, but we'll see. It doesn't take much to drive it. It's actually pretty easy. It's kind of fun, actually. So we'll see. Well, we got to get most of it done before we even have to worry about that. And yeah, should be a good project. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. I'm going to have my kids probably doing a lot of the recording. That way I can work, and of course they will work as well. But yeah, it should be fun. Lots more videos. Tim with Gentry & Sons, he's going to come back up here as soon as I get this head, the valves done on this head, and we're going to slap the head back together and on the bus. Get it back up, fired. He seems to think that maybe this was a turbo engine originally, and somebody just deleted the turbo for whatever reason. So he's doing some research for me. If that's the case, he's gonna, he has a lead on a turbo setup. We may put the motor back to factory with a turbo. If it is not a turbo motor, or if we cannot find a setup, it will run just fine the way it was, as far as I know. Of course, there's got to be some more research done there, but we'll find that out. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So